Hey guys, Justin here coming at you from the 5x5 test tent with another unboxing video. This one is from Grandmaster LEDs. It is their new Tarantula Borg Evolution, which is a more affordable version of the Borg. And it still has the 60 presets if you have the controller, and it still has 4 channels, and it's still awesome. So let's check it out. All right, we've got it all hung up and ready to go. Take a look at that. This is in a 5x5, keep that in mind. And this thing is massive. 10 bars. 10 bars, up to 1500 watts on a 240 volt. We're going to be testing it on 120, but it's made to run at about 700 to 800 watts of your tuned spectrum. And you got your 4 knobs here if you want to tune your spectrum manually. Or if you have the GML controller, you'll have 60 presets available. So let's take a look at the accessories it comes with. Alright, so when you open the box, this is what you'll see. Pretty much besides the light itself, of course. You get the power cord and the hanging kit. Then we've got an accessory bag that also had the little screw nuts to hold down the driver to the light itself. But we've got the cord for the controller. Daisy chain sort of thing. RJ45 as usual. And of course Metal Gear. Of course they're gonna have Metal Gear on the rope ratchets. Why even check? But you know I gotta check. Like I gotta check every time. And then we got some zip ties. Cool. Wire management, always good. We got some sweet stickers. This is the first time seeing this. Look at that. Grandmaster level show on YouTube. Check it out. 6 p.m. Saturdays. What a nice little promo there. And a non-promo sticker as well. Sweet. Then we've got, of course, the manual with the 5-year warranty. 5-year warranty. It says, caution, sulfurization risk. So don't store it next to anything. Corrosive gases, reactive substances, sulfur. Don't be spraying sulfur where you use this thing, basically. A lot of that. The back just got a picture of the light. Let's see what we got inside here. Ooh, colors. Nice. Look at that. If you want to zoom in on that at all. I mean pause, actually, not zoom in. I can zoom in. Here you go. If you want to pause to read any of that, feel free. If you want to skip through this, there is timestamps at the bottom. You can skip past all this and get to the actual testing. But this is just going to have the basics there. Then you've got kind of telling you about the knobs, what they do, the pin settings for the RJ45 in case you want to wire your own. And then you've got all your preset spectrum options if you have the GML controller, which is actually a really reasonable price for their controller as well. A lot of controllers out there are like $400, $300 plus. This one is not going to be that expensive. So more spectrums. We've got 60 more spectrums. Look at that. Bam. You can just go through and just pick one, or you can make your own. And there we go to 60, like I said. And then this shows the corresponding model name, spectrum number. Safety warnings. Nobody wants to see safety warnings, really. Installation is super, super easy because it is a folder. There is no real assembly. It has these 2 little bars that slide out. And then you screw that down with the little hand wing nut thing that comes with it. And that's on each side to keep it rigid. And then you slap the driver down on top of that. Screw that down. And you are good to go. Plug in the ends. Tells you about that right here. You plug in the ends to get power everywhere. Just make sure you put it on the right way. The end that's, facing me right now only has 2 outlets as far as the plugs go, and then this one has well, this one has 2, and then this one has 3, and one of them's the power. So that's the back side of the light. This is the front side. So before you hang it, make sure that you have the right way facing here. Also, you have the GML. Show you right here. The GML logo right there facing you, and then that'll match up to these plugs right here. So pretty cool. But let's get this sucker hooked up, and let's see what she pushes. All right, we are ready to go. Let's take a closer look at the bottom side of the light here. I've just got the veg on, just very low right now. You can see there's a little bit of blue in with the cool white, which is pretty cool. Then we can kick on the warm white as well. Turn off the cool white, or turn it back on. Either way, it's pretty awesome. We can turn on the red. Freaking so cool, man. And the far red also. That is just killing it, man. You can barely see the far red. See if I can zoom in so you can see it here. When I turn it on, see there? The infrared, or near infrared anyway. So yeah, it's definitely there, and you can definitely control it. So you got 4 channels to control here. Let's start with the cool white, and we'll test that. There's with everything off completely. See, it takes a little bit to get to black. There we go. Let's get the test meters fired up here. Oh, I gotta fix my microphone here real quick too. Forgot to do that. There we go. Might have sounded a little weird there for a second. Alright, so that's what we're pushing right now. 72 watts at the wall. About 50 or so par to the corners. We are running at 25 inches off the base of the tent here, which is going to simulate a 24-inch canopy level because the sensors are about 1 inch tall. So 24 inches off the deck is what we're looking at. And yeah, man, the thing is crushing it. Ooh, boy. Love it. Love it. All right. You guys got a little preview of what we're pushing there. This thing's going to go nuts. If you saw the last video on the Borg, you know what's coming. This is going to be crazy. We're going to go through color by color and just see where she goes. So let's bring it up to seedlings and clones area. Going to be about 150-ish. You can go up to around 250, I'd say. But I like to keep it low to start, and then if I need more, I add more. I'd rather have to add more than have too much to start with. That's just me personally. So that's what we're looking at there. What is that, 170 watts to clone this whole 5x5 space. Not bad at all. Let's take it up to actual veg, which for me is about 350 to 400. Some people like to be maybe as high as 500. I'm sure there's some people that are crazy and go even higher than that. Let's get it about 350 to 400 range here. There we go. And that's only at just under 70% I'm showing here. And looks like 425 watts. 425 watts to veg a 5x5. Awesome. Totally awesome. Now let's say you wanted to flower with this. Let's see if we can take it up to 600. I'm sure it'll do it. Ooh, almost. It doesn't quite make it. All right, so 631 watts. Keep in mind this is on 120. On 240 this will push harder. 631 watts for the veg, and we're pushing about 550 to the corners. Let's get a center reading here. Center reading of 950. 950, guys. Damn. That is awesome. Let's get a center reading for veg real quick too while we're on this color. There we go. So 680 for veg. So that's, for me, that's a little high, but for some people that's not. So I'd probably be more like, turn it down to like there probably. 320 in the corners, 550 in the middle. I could deal with that a little bit better, I'd say. And there again, this corner is a little, I mean, there's no reflection here. That's why this corner is like super low. That one has that little hole there that kind of knocks it off a little bit. That's like the perfect corner. It has everything that's perfect. And then this one has this big vent here too. This one has a big vent here too. This one's just like the completely screwed corner. That's the okay corner, the perfect corner, and then the mildly screwed or mostly screwed corner. But this is how the tent works. So I'm trying to test in an environment that works. If you're hanging the light up higher, you're not going to hit the vents and stuff, which is nice, but you still have the black along there, or at least I do. It'll take some away. Not a whole lot, though. So you might even get higher readings up higher, too. Well, let's take this back down, and we'll do the warm white. So there we go for the base of the warm white. We're already at 100 watts. About 80, 75, 80 par. Let's go up. If for some reason you wanted to clone with warm white, there you go. That's like about 30%, looks like there. Don't know why you'd want to do that, but hey. Let's go to veg, in case you want a veg, same deal. Don't know why you would, but in case you do. There we go, 461 watts, and we're vegging. About same, about just under 70. And then we push it to flower. If you wanted to flower with just the warm white, I think it's going to be about the same wattage. Yeah, 618, 619, and 550, 520. Hey, how come that corner's brighter now? What? I wonder if it's like the angle that it's hitting off of the reflection. Because that corner's brighter now. That is so weird. Wow. So it actually matters on what side the light is on the bar. That's trippy. Okay. Well, I guess it makes sense. Everything shifts over this way on the warm white, and then everything shifts over this way on the cool white. You're not going to run one or the other anyway, so I mean, it's kind of a moot point, but I want to test it for you guys. But yeah, that tripped me out right there, but now I get it. It took me a second. I'm slow, guys, all right? I'm slow. Some of you may have figured it out right away, but the blues over here, the warm whites over here, is just basically moving it over about an inch or so, and it affects it that much just by moving it an inch. So positioning matters, guys. That's what that tells me. All right, so we're maxed out, and you could flower like this if you wanted to. It'd be a little bit weak, in my opinion. But let's go. Well, we'll check a center reading just for the hell of it. I mean, nobody's really going to do this, but why not? 930. Yeah, I mean, you could totally flower with this. Like, you really could. It's got the power just to do it like that. All right, so now let's kick that off, and we'll go with just the red. There's the bottom of the red there. I wonder how high the red's going to go. This might be kind of cool. Can you flower with the red? No, you can't. It's not going to go that high, guys. It's not going to go that high. Don't get excited. Now, there's for clones. Clone with just red. Let's go. Let's just blow it open, man. Let's see how far it goes. Wow, that's a lot of red, yo. Holy crap. 200, 230, 240. Wow. That is a lot of red. I wish you guys could see. I know the camera doesn't really do it justice, but man, this is so damn red. Like everything. That is awesome. Center reading just for fun. Shits and giggles. 400. You can veg with this. You can veg with just straight red. I wonder how well it'd work. I mean, somebody try it out. Let me know. Shit. Who knows? Maybe you've found the secret to life. Now the far red. So now we're in the deep, deep reds. Look at that. We're going to kick that up all the way. And that's going to add about 100 onto the whole thing with the deep, deep red. Man, this light is so cool. This is another one I'm going to keep, guys. Sorry, I'm not selling this one. It's another keeper for me. I think I'm going to keep the Borg and the Borg Evo. Maybe even the Voyager. Like, God, it's so hard. I can't keep them all. Because, I mean, I only have so much grow space, but, man, I want to. I really want to. All right, so now let's crank up both reds all the way and see what that is. So there's both reds all the way up, full blast, 300 to the corners, middle, 585. You could totally just veg with straight red and far red. I wonder if it'd work. There again, somebody try it. Let me know. Let's get some actual colors in here. So, I mean, we're already, just with the warm white on, we're already almost a flower. Like, to try and veg with that, that's wild. That's so much red. I mean, you wouldn't want that for veg, of course. Let's turn it off. Let's see if we can get a good mix here of warm white and cool white. I'm just playing with it right here a little bit. Kind of show you guys what you can do. So there's a pretty good veg, I'd say. Right around like right there. 470 watts. And it'd be a mix of both. It'd be like 50% on the cool white, 30% on the warm white. I would say that'd be a pretty good setup. Let's actually bust out the spectrometer here real quick. We'll check and see what it is. See what we're hitting here. Alright, so there's the spectrum that I just made up out of the blue for veg. You can see tons of blue, double blue spike. 2 different blues. But it still has a bunch of red because of the warm white. Pretty sick. So that I would say would be for veg. Now to kick it up for flower, obviously you'd want the red on the far red. I mean, you kick that on too, why not? And then let's say you wanted to hit like 1,000. Let's say back the cool one down, bring up the warm white. See where we need to go to hit about 1,000. There we go. Around 1,000 or so right there. And that's going to be cool white at 30%, the warm white at 95%, and then the red's blown open completely. And that's going to get you about 1,100 watts at the wall. This is probably what I would run, actually. I would probably run it at this, personally, because I like to run it about 1,000. That's crazy. I mean, you could lower it too. I mean, I'm running it at 2 feet off of here. You could cut it down to half that, run it 1 foot off, and run it way lower. I just prefer to have a little bit more space here personally. That's just me. Some people like to have it slammed down as low as they can. I'm not into that, but you can do it if you want. You can do whatever you want with this light. This thing's crazy. See if we backed it down a little bit on the red. Take a little bit of wattage off. Maybe take the blue out. So if we take the blue out and run the warm white all the way open with both reds all the way open, we're at 912. And about 800 to 900 everywhere around. That is killer, man. Fucking awesome. Killing the game, man. Killing the game. And then you hook up the controller and you got 60 spectrums. You can just switch through it, do what you want. Like, wow. Let's just take a reading here for like what I just created here. With no blue. Look at this. You want a flower? No blue. Like hardly any. That is nuts. So I mean, you can do that if you want. You really can. Like I said, you can do anything. But let's I'm gonna test the spectrum of each setup here. But I'm gonna make sure to turn these down, and I will be right back. Alright, so we're going to do a real quick test here with everything maxed out as far as it'll go. Every knob blown open all the way. Check this out. Let's get a reading off of that. 1,542 watts. So we are pushing over 1,500 watts at the wall at 120. I wonder if it goes higher on 240, man. That's crazy. We're at 1,400, 13 to 1,400 basically. In every corner. Center reading. Let's see where we're at. 2,500 in the center, guys. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously it's not made to run at 1,500 watts all the time. That would probably put a lot of stress on the diodes, I would guess, through heat. But, I mean, if you really want to do it, it does it. But like I said, it's meant to run at probably about 700 or 800 watts to get a little bit more life out of your light system here. But it does have a 5-year warranty. Just don't abuse your light. It doesn't cover abuse. But I mean, the wattage is there. It is there. Killing the game, guys. Absolutely killing the game. So nice. Alright, now we're set up to check the spectrum of all of them. This is going to be the cool white with a little bit of blue. See what we get here. Double blue spike. Tons of blue. Hell yeah. Now let's check the warm white. Oh yeah, look at that. Not a whole lot of the yellow and green, which is nice. I'm not a big fan of the yellow and green. Of course, you're going to get some in there, but I really want a lot of that red and the orange rather than the yellow and green. So that's pretty killer right there. That's real nice. Real nice. Let's check out this red. This is the regular red. Right there at about 660. Right about right on that spike. Perfecto. And then we get the far red. And there we are with a big fatty 740 spike. Look at that. Far red. Spiking. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about, guys. You can set your spectrum to whatever you want. Whatever you want. Craziness. Absolutely craziness. Killing the game, guys. But let's go ahead and let this thing warm up, and we'll see what kind of heat readings we get, and we'll wrap it up. Alright guys, let's take a heat reading here, let it warm up for about an hour. See what we can see here. Looking like max of 105. And that's going to be right by the driver. Yeah, that's where the 105 is, right by the driver. The driver itself is actually really cool. 88. 88. Outer bar 104. 104. Yeah. So we're good straight across, guys. Fucking awesome. This thing is killing the game, dudes. I'm telling you. Absolutely killing the game. So if you're looking for spectrum tuning to the max for a decent price too, man. I mean, the Borg was $2,100, I think, before my discount. Make sure you use my discount code too. Save yourself some money. But this is significantly cheaper. Still made with LM301H diodes, Osram diodes, and I think LED star. Inventronics driver, 5-year warranty. Killing the game, guys. Give us a thumbs up if you liked it, and check the links below. Make sure you use my discount code. Till next time, guys. Happy growing.